This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
Todd, when you've got fights in there that really believe they're going to win, that's when the action happens.
Thousands of fans here in
Dude,
attendance
14
tonight,
and
but when
4.
the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're
Got a
talking
decent
about.
record. He's real nice. 14 and 4.
Build up to this
That's him
fight
right there.
has been incredible. Both of these men verbally sparring for weeks, and now they get it on for real. The left hook is finding his target. Oh, he took that jab well. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice counter shot.
The fuck?
The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. He threw a punch and just got countered. And he scores with the counter. This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
Outside fights create so much unpredictable movement. Move left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Which fighter will say no mas? That counter shot lands. And that hook misses. Insane action. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Let's talk about Edwards in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode. And there's the bell for
Pushing all the
round 2.
fucking
It
punches,
has been
man.
all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be honest. You've got to be honest. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of us. More than happy.
It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Nope, that uppercut does not score. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. A perfect counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Edwards in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Wow.
And there's the bell for round 3. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Well done with that counter shot. They both want a highlight reel knockout. Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The straight right just misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Let's talk about Edwards in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough. There's the bell for round 4. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until you're...
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere. Look at this. Charlie Edwards rocked. Charlie Edwards is down. We knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
You're right,
Man,
Tom.
he ain't
What
even hit
a
him, man.
shot.
He fucking a foot away from his face.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
They be killing you on this shit. Yeah. Foot away. Number F. And he knocked him out.
Well, they're back up now, but they've
Knock him
got to
down.
be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
Got to waste time. Step behind the referee. When he comes in close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. The jab doesn't quite connect. That big hook doesn't land. How about that time counter shot? Catch and shoot. Edwards might go down here. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Let's talk about Edwards in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath.
And there's the bell for round 5. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
There's a counter shot. Hook misses. Edwards stumbling around. Looks like they've shaken it off.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Uh-oh, Edwards now in some big trouble. That was the moment.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
They exchange punches. That punch has been his best weapon all fight long. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Edwards in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second, every...
There's the bell to start round 6. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. He can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Those counter punches have to hurt. He misses with that jab. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter punch. Good idea, but misses with the left hook. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Edwards in that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes. And there's the bell for round 7. How much is left in their tank after last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Good counter punch. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. They both want a knockout, you can tell. A lot of effort being exerted here. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the...
Could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
Let's go.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
Accuracy.
Xavier was a
power,
beast.
punch, perfect. That must hurt.